Hey everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout, and today I'm going to use quite a bit of the new Crate Paper Here and There collection. That wood paper is from the Crate Paper Here and There collection. It is the check-in paper. I loved the kind of wood look of that and the dark background. So I've chosen a couple of papers here and a couple of scraps as well, just because here and there didn't have quite enough of some lighter colors for me, I guess. So that kind of pink floral paper that I'm going to mount the photograph on is, or that peachy floral paper is from the Crate Paper Open Book 12 by 12 paper pad. And what I'm doing right there is I mounted the photo on that, and then I also have the receipt from my ticket from an airplane flight. So I'm putting that, I want to get that on this layout. And I'm popping in a piece of that arrow paper just for some layering. That is from the Here and There collection. It's the tour guide paper. And then I have that green paper, big green floral paper there. That is a piece that was a scrap, and that again is from the Crate Paper Open Book, I guess that's Maggie Holmes Open Book 12 by 12 paper pad. So you can really see how Crate Paper and Maggie Holmes papers work really well together. I'm using a brand new collection, and I'm using a collection that's a couple years old here. So just grab, if you're trying to blend it, they will work together. And then what will help you even more is taking some ink and inking all the edges, because that'll pull all the collections together because they'll have that in common. So I'm using my my Distress ink in Vintage Photo here. All right, and then I did grab that little die cut piece there that says Fly, and that is from the Here and There ephemera pieces. And that up there that I have there that I'm kind of looking at putting on right now is the receipt from my bag tag. So I'm thinking about adding that in, but I'm not quite sure where that's going to go yet. I thought about the top there and decided maybe I needed to get these edges inked and perhaps think about getting these down or a little bit closer to down. So now I'm looking at bringing in journaling spots and ephemera. There's that bag tag. I did bring in that suitcase die cut from Here and There for now, but I'm going to move that out of the way because I really decided when I looked at it, I went to the chipboard from the Here and There collection, and that's what those 3 suitcases are from, and I actually really like that better. They're a little bit weightier here. I wanted more presence on this side because that ticket receipt is so white. So I'm looking at putting that fly down, and then I have that green tag there. That cut apart tag is from a Maggie Holmes or Crate Paper piece from Hobby Lobby. It might be from Style Board, but I'm not positive. And so that's where both of those tags are cut apart from. They're just things I had in my scraps. And then I'm looking at that kind of like destination board and a few other things. I'm looking at adding those in, and those are from the Here and There ephemera. I do have that little pink globe. That's something that I just got on sale at Hobby Lobby not that long ago. And it's just a little pink glitter globe. All right, so I have the fly up there, and then I like the globe sitting on that because the fly is so white. That gives a little more presence to it. And then I did take that white and craft cut apart, which is sitting up above those 2 tags right now, and that is from the Crate Paper Bloom cut apart, or Maggie Holmes Bloom cut apart. Actually, it's Maggie Holmes. Just testing a few things from the Here and There sticker sheets. I did pop that chipboard plain on there right now in rose gold. That is from the Here and There chipboard stickers. So now I'm just kind of figuring out, I wanted to use a couple of plains on here if I could. So I have that sticker there from the accent and phrase stickers from the Here and There collection. And I've now moved the plain down. I just liked the way that brought some of that pinkyish, I don't know, shiny color to the ticket area. The ticket area seemed a little bland on the left side, especially since I have the suitcases on the right. So I kind of looked at that and wanted to add that in. All right, so I have those figured out. I do have the flare badges from the Here and There collection up on the right, up there too, if you're wondering where those are from, since you can see them so prominently. And I just have a couple of pieces to my left there from the die cuts that I'm thinking about using. Okay, here comes that bag tag piece. And I'm going to get that in right there. Just tuck it under the tag and under the suitcases there. And then I'm definitely thinking I like that fly now, that little fly die cut. So I can ink the edges of that. And again, I'm just doing that so everything blends together. It's a great way. And I do that often, even if I'm using the same Maggie Holmes or Crepe Paper collection, but when you're using different collections, I really like to do that. All right, so here I'm kind of looking at the flare, trying to decide if I want to use anything. And I do like that yellow flare badge there because I have that very prominent yellow suitcase, but it's not, I have nothing else on there, but I didn't like that as well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I did then find that little sticker, that sort of directional sticker there. That is from the Here and There collection, and it's from the stickers. So that brings just a titch of yellow up to that spot. And then I found this die cut that was sitting next to my hand. That's from the Here and There ephemera pieces, and that says Travel Life on it. And that's going to really balance the yellow suitcase on the other side really well because that is also very bold. And then you have just that little bit up underneath the globe. So now I have the yellow in those three places. I have a little bit of gold on that floral paper, but the yellow is so prominent in that suitcase. I needed to do something to really neutralize that a little bit, not make it look like it was an accident or that was sticking out like a sore thumb bite. So by putting it in two other spots, it really just sort of makes it all blend, and it kind of leads your eye across the layout because that color is so bright. All right, so I settled on a location for that chipboard plane that I told you that I added before. And now I'm kind of looking at this, and thinking, is it done? Is it done? I'm thinking about putting my title in that, on that kind of blank white card, but I haven't decided. And then when I looked at it, I realized I didn't have, I have the rose gold plain, but I didn't have any other rose gold on there. So I took that geo tag from the Here and There sticker sheet and I added that to the top cluster. And now there's, you know, the three pieces kind of off to the left of the fly there. And then since I have rose gold on here, I'm going to take an opportunity to use these rose gold letters. They are from the Pink Fresh Studio Live More Puffy alphabet stickers. And because I had such a small space there, I needed a fairly thin alphabet. Maggie, the Maggie Holmes collection, the Flourish collection comes with rose gold. I know that because I bought those, but they're much thicker, so they weren't going to work here. So the title of this is going to be Hard to Say Goodbye, and that is because that's my mom there, and we spent a week with her, a friend, really close friend, and I spent a week with her most of a week with her last fall. And this was us leaving for the airport, and another close friend of hers happened to be in town, so she took a picture of my mom saying goodbye to us, which I thought was really sweet. Inking the edges of this because I hadn't glued it down and I didn't have it inked either. Just like all the layering there. I mean, look at all the layers I have in that. You know, there's 3 layers of paper there. There's a layer of tags and cut aparts there. There's going to be the alphabet. There's the chipboard. There's my bag tags. This is a really fun layered layout. So I'm just looking to see if there's anything else from this puffy alphabet that I could perhaps put on this layout. And the reason I'm thinking that is I'm thinking I want a little bit more rose gold up in the cluster on the right. And then on the here and there sticker sheet, I find this phrase sticker that says my favorite place in that rose gold, and I'm going to add that here on top of that little bag tag. This is a great way to use up your ephemeras. You know, just use it as layering pieces within your clusters. And the nice part about this is it does give some context to this in years to come. In this case, the price of my flight will be on there. All right, then I wanted to call it Hard to Say Goodbye, so I went looking for an alpha, and I found these very old Making Memories tiny alphas in brown ledger, and I've used very little of these, but they are perfect for this. The brown is such a kind of light brown that it works really, really well with all of the rose gold on here and the very vintage look of this layout. There's one thing I love about the Here and There collection. It's very vintage looking. And, you know, as crepe paper is very well known for. All right, so I'll just get those added in. So now I have the 3 spots of yellow, and I have the 3 spots of rose gold, so the plain, the phrase, and the geotag. And then I'm going to end up putting 3 pieces of twine on here. I'll put them in the 2 regular tags right underneath my hands there, and then in that fly piece as well. So then that gives you 3 places to, you know, to draw your eye around. And there is my twine, and that's just a little bit of miscellaneous twine. I think I got it from my local scrapbook store, and I just put it on a card. I don't have a ton left. All right, guys, I am about finished. So here is the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are all well. I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.